Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Heek. Welcome to another episode of Heek's Hot Takes. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy G Dub in the building. What's good, Gary? How you feeling, baby? Yep, yep. All right, all right, all right. We talk about that a little later after we get through our shit, but yeah, man. Y'all know it's about that time to gear up on these NFL videos. NFL, aiming to get a lot more content out y'all way. Just for the simple fact it's easier to track the narratives, right? Week to week, Sundays and Mondays. We talk some college stuff too. Thursdays are isolated. So it's easier to get one or two shows out a week versus when it's basketball season. We got games every other day, stories changing every other day. It's tough. So we're gonna get these division previews out the way here shortly, man. G Dub, we got something to say to the people before we get cracking?
Uh, Thank y'all for enduring. I promise we getting y'all out of the ghetto real soon. I'm having a little difficulty with my mic today. Next episode, my mic will be on and popping for show. Shout out to my boy Tart. He went and got he said, "Yo, I see the vision and I want to support any way I can." So shout out to Tart on copping the mic.
That's love. Shout
That
out
was real
Tart.
love. It was out of nowhere. I didn't ask him to do that. We don't like, we just we worked together and you know what I'm saying, and know each other. You know what I'm saying. He's cool. We don't really hang out like that. You know what I'm saying. And for him to just go out of his way to do something like that, that's some real stuff right there, bro. So salute to him for
That
sure.
is real. That is real. When someone else see the vision, man, that help you want to grind a little bit harder. So
For sure.
that's super love, bro. Thank you, Tarek. Thank you for copping the mic for my boy. We're
No
gonna
doubt.
get on here and get it cracking, man, for sure.
For sure.
As we go through this video, man, if y'all want to do me a favor while y'all signing in, logging in, watching, go ahead and throw that like, go ahead and comment, interact with us. Let me see what y'all talking about. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, share the video, all that good stuff for me, please. Appreciate you. Helps out the algorithm and all that stuff. So,
Yeti.
yep, yep. Sponsors, holler at us, Yeti. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the motherfucking
Hold on.
uh, uh the ice drinks, they somewhere around here.
I'm
Holler at us,
king.
ice.
I'm the king of these.
You know what I'm
Co-
saying?
The collection is strong.
I'm
Funko Pop. Send me something.
I'm messing with these. This is what I mess with right now. Little snackies, little
Word.
fruit snacks.
The Welch is always gonna be classic.
Yep, slide the Welches. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, we here. We ready for business. We about to get it cracking. What you talking about? Get in now. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and start the divisions off with a preview of the NFC West. Our goal right now, our goal right now, is to kind of get through um the 8 divisions before we get to the regular season. And we might be one Sunday off, so we might have to do 2 divisions on a Sunday. And if that's the case, we're gonna do both of our favorite divisions on the same day, and get it cracking like that. So, but today we're gonna start with the NFC West. We'll both kind of give our takes about it and chop it up and how we feel. Go ahead and, like I said, slide in the comments, talk to us about what y'all thinking when we get through, as we go through this. And yeah, let's go, man. So I'll go ahead and start it off, Greg. uh this division is doo doo to me right now. I don't I don't I don't
Sorry,
really
Nate.
yeah,
Sorry, sorry, Nate Sell. I don't want to.
I don't really see like a super strong team in this division right now. Like if I had to pick a winner, I'm obviously probably picking the Rams. But even the Rams are gonna be they're gonna have to be the NFC version of like the Bengals, bro. They're gonna have to win games scoring 30, 40 points, man, because they have a nice D line. The D line is gonna get better, right? Jared Verse is pretty good. The D line's gonna get better, but losing Jalen Ramsey, people are sleeping on that L. The secondary is gonna look like they're gonna give up so many passing yards, in my opinion, unless the D line. If the D line takes like a generational step, I have to put my foot in my mouth, but at this point, how it's looking, it just the DBs look like Swiss cheese, and I feel like they're gonna have to rely on 40-some-year-old Stafford to get. No, I'm playing. My bad. They're gonna have to rely on. Is he 40-some actually?
I don't know if he's 40 yet. He
Okay,
might,
yeah,
at most he's probably 40.
he old, but respect to my G. He a dog, but um I don't know if you wanna rely on that arm all year, right? You load up, you get Devontae with Puka, it's like, cool, that's alright, I'm not mad at that, but the running game isn't consistent, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, you're not gonna be able to keep teams off the field, so then if they're scoring quick, you're gonna have to score quick.
When was the last time he played a full season? Did he play full season last year? Or he missed some games?
uh who, Stafford?
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up, but let me check
Games,
right now.
right?
I feel like he was mostly. I feel like last year was one of his more healthy years, to be honest.
Maybe it was the year before. I'm thinking he missed some games.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2024.
Maybe they were just hurt as a whole last year.
Yeah, I think that was kind of more the case. Cup was hurt a lot this year. That was the one who was really hurt.
Him in Seattle is very interesting to me. I don't know who's gonna. I don't know if. I don't know if
Yeah,
Donald
we'll get to that. I don't know about that one either.
and
I don't know.
um how you feel about the Niners. I feel I kind of feel like Arizona might be decent. Like I feel like Marvin Harrison might take a step. I would like to see him take a step. Um, and they still got Trey McBride, who is second among tight end targets, and he's real good. Like he's real good.
Yeah, I.
Or do you want to just stay on? Do you want me since you started with the Niners? Do you want me to just stay there, or I was just countering like how you felt?
No, you good. I mean, we already start bouncing around, yeah, but uh the Cardinals I feel like are the sleeper team in the division for me. Like but it just depends on the development of Kyler, maturity wise, and um the fucking coach not being a bozo and running Marv on weird routes. Like I went to the game when they got smoked by the Commanders last year, and it wasn't even like they were trying to run routes to get Marv the ball. It was like a really weird offense. I didn't understand what was going on there. Uh and like it's like Kyler, I get it. Like Kyler took the like passive aggressive approach. He had made a comment or a few comments last year talking about it's not his job to get his receiver the ball. It's like, yeah, it is actually. That's actually your job, bruh. Like I understand you're saying that because you're trying to, protest that your coaches or your coordinators aren't drawing up plays to put your receiver in the correct position. But like that's when you just pull up in the huddle and you just look at Marvin. You like, all right, man, we on our backyard bullshit right now, bro. Just go run a slant. Like that's just how that goes, bro. All the greats have done it with their receivers and their number one. So like I get it what he was trying to say and what he was trying to do, but at the end of the day, I can't accept that as the quarterback, bro. Like
Yeah.
the pill is in your hands. Like
Like even no matter what, no matter what they call, you have the ball.
you got the ball, bruh. No matter what comes through that motherfucker. And it's not like they're about to be like, oh man, Kyler, check the play. Let's bench him. No,
Yeah.
bruh. Like,
And no one else on the team probably has a microphone or
right,
in their headphone. So no one else is gonna if you decide we're running something else,
right.
you know. Aaron Rodgers has done that for 20 years.
All the greats have done it. Manning did it, Rodgers did it, Breeze did it. I mean, you go on and on the list. Like it just and then what's the coach do? The coach ain't gonna say nothing when you score a touchdown. You know what I'm
And you're the
saying?
star player, so they're not going to say nothing when you don't.
Facts. So yeah, man. It just kind of depends on them because I feel like their defense gonna be all right. They added Josh Sweat. They added the vet Calais Campbell. They drafted the rookie corner from Michigan.
Hmm.
Akeem Davis Gaither is a good vet linebacker.
Yeah, I like them, man. I kind of
Re-signed Zay Jones, who's gonna be able to play this year. He was suspended for like a third of the year, maybe if not a little bit more last year.
mhm.
Yeah, sleeper team in that division for sure. Cause the
um,
division's up to be had if we're really gonna keep it a buck.
I don't love the Niners really at all.
No, yeah,
I think they're old. I think they're expensive. I think um, they did pay Brock this summer, right? I think
yeah,
I would have waited. I would have waited. But who has the leverage, him or you? I don't feel like he has the leverage
right.
because no one's gonna pay you what will pay you. Not one team. And if they do, then let them. So
I think his leverage was probably like, all right, who's gonna be who's tossing the pill then if you don't pay me?
well, I think he that leverage is gone when we watched last year when we didn't have nobody around and you couldn't make it happen. You got exposed because your hands are small and you can't hold the ball if it's not perfect weather, and you can't really throw the ball that well if it's not perfect weather, and you're kind of small to be running, and you've been hurt a couple of times now. Like so, I don't, I don't. To me, he didn't really have any leverage. I feel like that leverage was gone. Like, yeah, you can do the. Who else is going to throw the ball? They could have. Shanahan like Darnold. They could have went and got Darnold if they wanted, and they or
But they didn't
they didn't.
because I'm sure the whole league, besides Seattle, feels how all of us feel about Darnold.
That's true.
Even Seattle though, because that's why they drafted Buddy out of Bama.
Yeah, like it was probably mostly O'Connell, and that's fine. But I feel like you could say Purdy is mostly Shanahan. So, and they had a lot of talent. I don't feel like if you swap him with any elite quarterback, I don't. If you put him on Buffalo, Buffalo's terrible. If you put him on Baltimore, maybe their defense can get him by. If you put him on Kansas City, I think maybe they have enough talent in the coaching to like get a playoff. They're not winning anything though. Maybe some of the best teams they could do something, but I feel like Buffalo, they're probably trash if he's on Buffalo. If he plays for Houston, like Jesus, I, I don't know. I don't see it with him. I think he's small. I think he is a product of a good system and talent around him. A bunch of Hall of Famers that have now aged and gotten old and get hurt. So we'll see.
Yeah, I think their issue kind of goes beyond even Purdy though. Like
Well,
their
yeah,
whole receiver room's hurt.
yeah.
They're all average. No one like stands out.
You know, they get credit.
McCaffrey's always hurt.
They get credit for being like a very well run organization, and they're not like that well run. Like,
This year they made some mistakes, and I think they're gonna be very noticeable
well, I
once
mean, I
the
think
play comes. George Kittle's gonna be their number one target, and it's like that's not gonna last forever. They just re-signed this dude to a 4-year deal, so it's like he's gonna eat,
it's
and
like
your receivers are trash.
it's
So
like
I mean, I guess
we've
so.
seen Travis Kelsey regress. So, what do you think the guy who's not better than Travis Kelsey is gonna do? Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand.
yeah.
I don't understand.
So I'm with you. I think Niners probably the battle for last is probably between Niners and Seattle. I'm not a big fan of the Seattle team either, just because I don't believe in Darnold. Like Darnold, I mean McVay made Josh Dobbs relevant for a few weeks, 2 years ago. So I'm not really too keen on Sam Darnold. I think he is who we think he is guy, and we're gonna see it in Seattle. Um, I I understand the move to get Cup and bring him in, and if Cup can overcome his injuries that have been later this in his career, like it's definitely gonna help. But that's a if. You know
I
what I'm saying?
I think he's a very. I think part of bringing him in is hey, we like Jackson Smith and Jigba a lot, and
I don't believe in that guy either. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
that I think he's nice. I think his quarterback has been average. I think Geno Smith is a bum.
I
So
believe in that as well.
so,
But Jackson, well, like I don't know, man. I guess I like
he
if
can't.
you're gonna be a number one receiver, I need you to be like it was the same reason I was like, I guess let me see it, you know what I'm saying? But like if you're gonna be a number one receiver and be small, like I need some crazy numbers coming from you. Like that's how I kind of just
I
feel.
mean, but does the offense that they ran with the quarterback they have, does that really breed big time numbers? Who else on their team had big time numbers?
Right. And I guess that's what I'm kind of saying. Like this team, I don't see it as one like Kenneth
They
Walker's
look like
bound to get hurt
they look like
eventually.
they could win 4 games, or like they could get hot and win 8 games, and like that's their ceiling.
Mm, 8. Let's pull up the schedule,
No,
bruh.
I'm saying that's what I feel like, that's their ceiling. That is like, with who they have there. How many years did Donald get? 3.
And I couldn't call it off the top.
I feel like it's
Damn, right off the rip, we get just a boo boo bowl. Niners at Seahawks.
oh
Seahawks better win.
I don't wait is McCaffrey,
Niners at
how's McCaffrey,
Seahawks.
how is McCaffrey going to be all right
They say he good to go right now.
if McCaffrey's healthy and good to go, I'll take the poop with the sprinkles on it
All
o-
right,
over the plain poop.
all right, all right. Great, I love that analogy. So then they got Steelers in Pittsburgh.
A blowout.
L. They get New Orleans at home.
Oh, another one.
Yeah, that game fucking stinks too.
Hold on. Actually, Darnold might be significantly better than every quarterback that they have. They might blow them out.
And that game stinks is all I know. But all right, we'll give them a dub. All right. In Arizona, L.
I
At
mean,
home
hold
against
on. What
Tampa,
month is that? What month is that in?
September.
What month they usually be dropping new CODs in?
You funny as hell.
Because if they drop a new COD, then
Mm,
Kyler likely
they not lose it to them fools,
he
boy.
might like he if they drop a new COD, he might likely to be hurt. Might be pupless time.
Wait. Tampa at home, L.
They're getting smoked.
In Jacksonville.
Another stinker.
Yeah. Jacksonville's intriguing to me just because I want to see what that Duval goofy ass dude do. You seen that, bro? You seen that, bro?
No.
It happened a long time ago. You know how they be like Duval, like that's their like.
Yeah.
Buddy was in the press conference. His first ever press conference, bro. Just look it up. He just came in there. He said, Duval. They was like, bro, that's not even how you say it, bro. You said it all weird and shit, bro. Just look it up. Hey, it's so funny. He slid in that I'm not the head movements I'm making are actually what happened. That's not just me doing that. He can Duval.
That's horrible. That's not good.
I'm gonna send it to you when we get done, boy. That was crazy how he did that. Oh man. All right, back to this schedule. Uh we'll give it to him just cause. Just cause we gotta have them win something. They get the Texans at home.
They're getting cooked.
I think the Texans are gonna take a significant step back this year, but they still lose that game. The Seahawks still lose that game. They're in Washington for the Commanders. Big L. That's a 20-point L.
Is Juju in the stands? Because
Don't matter.
if Juju's in the stands, it's a 40-point loss.
Don't matter. Uh, then they get the Cardinals at home.
Loss. I like Arizona.
They got to go to LA for the Rams.
I like the Rams.
They got to go to Tennessee for the Titans.
Another stinker. They play a lot of stinkers.
They do.
I
Hmm.
like them against the Titans. Levis is still a
Yeah.
quarterback?
No, it'll be Cam Ward.
Oh yeah, I forgot the duh.
But still, but
Actually, well,
still.
I actually kind of like that kid. I've been seeing some stuff like
I
over.
like him too, bro. His leadership seems good,
I
man.
wasn't high on him at first, and then like I was like, all right, maybe I didn't watch him enough. And then like I've watched like obviously I've looked at highlights, and then like I've just watched not even interviews, but just him interacting.
Mhm.
Him like I watched him go crazy for like 2 minutes over Calvin Ridley, and I feel like you need like I like that like
Calvin Ridley's gonna be a sleeper this year, bro. Like with
true,
someone who can actually deliver him the ball, people
yeah,
forgot about Calvin
but
Ridley.
like just seeing him like go hard for like Calvin Ridley's a good player. But he's not like he's not like a star or
Right,
superstar.
right.
And to see him like go hard and be like, yo, like he work hard and I love the way he play and we gonna do some good things. Like that was like, all right, that's
That's good
something.
leadership.
Yeah. Your best wide receiver, he needs to feel like he's the best wide receiver in the league.
Yep.
When when you talk about him.
Yep.
So,
Um we got Minnesota in Seattle.
I like Minnesota. Actually I don't know if I do. I don't
Yeah. We don't know with McCarthy.
yeah.
But we do
Oh,
know about motherfucking
listen. I
what's the name?
I know we were losing to him when he was there, which is crazy because he's a bum to me. But I watched him play enough against Ohio State. I don't know why. I don't see the hype. I don't get it.
O'Connell.
Right? Yeah, O'Connell's he's a wizard. He's a wizard.
So what we gonna put it on? We'll give it to Seattle since they're at home.
All right.
Uh, in Atlanta, I like Atlanta. I
Um.
like Penix. I like Penix a lot, actually.
Yeah,
Indy in Seattle.
I like Indy.
All right.
I like their coach.
Yeah. LA in Seattle. Go LA. Seattle in Carolina. I think Carolina is gonna be improved this year.
I like Carolina. Bryce showed he was kind of showing something at the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it either.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then in San Fran to finish the year.
I like San Fran.
So that puts these fools at 4-13.
Yeah. That's why I said four, and I said their ceiling is probably 8 games.
Respect, because there was a couple in there we definitely was waffling on. So
Yeah,
fair. I I will say this about Seattle: like drafting Jalen Milroe is pretty interesting to me.
hmm
Uh, like I like kids with untapped potential like that could turn into something like. I think those guys are worth shots. You know, the
I
Terrell
saw a lot of stuff
Pryors, the
that
Jalen Milrose,
okay.
the all those. What'd you say, bro?
I saw like I read a lot of things that like articles that people were high on him. Like he just didn't go early because he's kind of a project.
Yeah, he got a couple things to fix with
Right
his
spot.
delivery and whatnot, but
Seattle's not really a poorly run franchise, so he can have a chance to do something.
facts. All right, so for your initial rankings, how would you rank these four? And I'm gonna try to keep these handy so that we can go back and look at them later.
Um, I like Arizona. I like the Rams.
At one,
Yeah,
okay,
I like the Rams.
okay,
Uh, San Fran and Seattle.
okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Rams, Arizona. I'm gonna go Rams, Arizona, Niners, Seahawks.
You know, when I was like looking up stuff about these teams, like and just like looking over stuff,
Hmm.
I feel like there might not be a division that I care about less or I find less intriguing than this one.
Yeah.
Like even like some of the like bad ones, like I think the AFC South is like real bad. They still have things that intrigue me,
Yeah, exactly. Like what's Jacksonville gonna look
things that
like?
I care
What's
about.
Tennessee gonna what's Indy gonna look like?
Yeah, I genuinely don't care about any of these teams. Like
Yeah, I agree.
I like Trey McBride, and obviously I like Marvin Harrison Jr. Like obviously, you know how I feel about him. The Ohio State, you know.
Mhm.
But McBride, I like him too. I feel like that's a fantasy. People sleep on. He's a producer. He gets a lot of targets.
Trust, he ain't slept on. He's like the number one tight end, I think. Number one or number two.
Well,
Him or Bowers.
what I mean is like when you start like he gets drafted high, like in terms of tight ends, but like people don't you don't hear people talking about Trey McBride,
Understood.
and it's like
I think that's a product of playing in Arizona, low key.
that's crazy because I feel like when Arizona's good, I feel like it should be popping. Like I
But
get it,
has Arizona been good?
they were they were pretty good
Not
when
since he's been here.
well yeah no that I'm they weren't they haven't probably been good since Kurt Warner, but
I'm with you though. McBride is nice.
I just feel like I don't know I don't are taxes high in Arizona? They got high taxes down there
Mm, relative to where you live, yeah.
because I feel like why wouldn't more than any other sport I feel like weather and location dictates where football players want to live and play.
It's kind of expensive to live here, low key.
Yeah, but it's like niggas be dying to play for the Giants, and it's
Right,
expensive and cold.
right,
Niggas, every year niggas take bags from the Jets.
right.
Why don't people want to go to Arizona? And it's not like they're like a great franchise, but I feel like they don't make a lot of bonehead moves.
Yeah,
They're just there.
I don't know, man.
I
Good
don't.
question.
I feel like San Francisco.
Probably one of those secretly known things in the league.
Yeah, like something about their owner or something people don't
Hmm.
fuck with. Um, I feel like San Francisco gets credit for being like a well-run organization, and I don't feel like they're that well run. I feel like if you look over just the past, just our lifetime, I feel like they got some bonehead moves.
This is what I'll say with San Fran. I'm not gonna agree with everything you're saying, just because, like, if history goes differently 2 times, then we can't say that at all, right? Because they were in the Super Bowl, but they just played against Mahomes.
Well, that also speaks to them being a poor organization. Yo, you're talking about those, though. I'm not even. I'm going back further than that. Do you think? And I'm not. You know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. Don't you think if they maybe have Aaron Rodgers that they maybe don't lose to Baltimore? If it's Aaron Rodgers instead of having to lean on Cap or Alex Smith before, don't
I mean, that's a pretty big if and hypothetical going way back.
it is?
I don't
But I'm
know.
saying though, like they took out Alex Smith instead of Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers, he was highly sought out as a player. He was coming out of the draft. It was only attitude, and it's like, bro, who cares about that? Who cares about that? It's San Francisco. Poor attitude only matters if you're a poorly run franchise,
Yeah,
and
I don't
they're
know
a
if I can.
poorly run
They have
franchise.
the most Super Bowls in the history of the league, don't they? I can't call that a poorly ran franchise.
I'm, their last time they won that was '95, whatever it was. Like,
Yeah, so they and
I,
like I said, a couple
and
bounces of the ball here or there. They
that's why I
got
just
2 more in
that's
the
why I just
last
said
10
over.
years.
That's why I said over the last 20, I feel like they get credit for being. I feel like they haven't won anything either.
I think you could I think your argument of what you're saying applies more to a franchise like the Steelers more than the Niners because the Niners at least have been to the Super Bowl in the last 10 years. The Steelers haven't sniffed the Super Bowl since
I I understand.
Ben Roethlisberger. So
No,
like I feel like
no,
that would
in
work more than that.
in the last 20, they have two of them, correct? In the last 20, how many San Fran got? They got L's in the Super Bowl. Seattle got or Pittsburgh got two of them, correct?
I again
I
we're
feel like they're the
dicing
same.
hairs. We're dicing hairs here because these are just two historical. I just if you got more than 5 ships, I can't call your franchise poorly run.
No,
I
I'm saying they get the credit for being like greatly run, and I'm saying of, over the last 20, they haven't been that greatly run. I feel like I don't care that they got to the Super Bowl if they didn't win it. You had the same result as the Cowboys. You finished the season not hosting a trophy. People bag on the Cowboys because they don't win shit. Neither do the Niners. They both overpay players that they shouldn't.
so just
I'm not
I
saying
just
I'm not saying they're the Cowboys. I'm not saying that they're poorly run. I'm just saying that they get credit for being like a greatly run franchise, and I don't feel like they're greatly run, at least really in our cognitive of our years of watching football.
yeah I hear you. I don't think I can get down with that though. What I will say is I do hate when motherfuckers try to use the my team got X amount of championships and I haven't seen your team win in X amount of years. I do not like that. That's whack. That could be applied to Niners fans. But just to say I don't know if I can. But I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion.
But I didn't say that they're poorly run. I just said that they're not as greatly run as they get credit for. Is what I'm saying.
Respect. 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 Um Trying to think. Anything else in this division that you can think of? I think I'm pretty tapped out.
Yeah,
Don't need to spend too much time on these.
nah.
Next time we can do the. Let's do NFC South. We'll stay in the NFC. So we'll
I'm
go
down.
NFC South.
I'm down.
And then, so if you guys are unfamiliar, that's the Buccaneers, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints. A
Who have the
division that I think could get a little spicy, honestly.
Saints
There's
have the
one
worst quarterback room in the history of the NFL.
yeah, there's one team I don't think we gotta worry about. However, like for fantasy, they could be interesting just in the sense of like they're gonna be getting their ass kicked all the time, so they're
Like,
gonna have to put up stats.
I'm gonna air that mug.
Yep, yep. So we'll see about that, but yeah, Falcons are interesting. Obviously Buccaneers returning champs from their division champs from last year. And then but they have a new offensive coordinator, don't forget that. And then Carolina second year under Canales and Bryce Young showing some promise at the end of the year last year. So I think it could be a really interesting division, to be honest with you.
Uh, Also one more thing. Um, the Niners. The thing that is interesting. Uh, Robert Saleh and Gus Bradley back together on the defense.
Fair continuity, yeah, yeah, yeah. That matters.
They've had success together.
Yeah, fair.
Gus Bradley built that Legion of Boom defense. Um, when Jacksonville had a solid defense a few years ago, when he was the head of that. So we'll see.
Fair. Yeah. Um. Hey, anything else you want to talk about?
Uh, nah, I'm down to do a little W talk.
All right. All right. Before we talk a little bit about the dub in the second half of the season coming up here, make sure y'all please like the video, heart the video, comment if you want to. You know, we love reading the comments, interacting with the comments, share the video, all that good stuff. Please helps out the algorithm. So a little dub talk here before we get out of here. WNBA is on its All-Star break currently.
Till Tuesday.
Them,
So
them girls was in Indiana going crazy. They was in there good partying.
let me say the NBA is soft because all when the All Star game was in Indy for the NBA, all I heard and saw online is boring. Oh, Indianapolis is lame. They'll never go back there again. Y'all are lame because the W was cracking.
Yeah, they look like they was having a good time for real.
Hey, I need every narrative that any player outside of Skylar Diggins has any hate in their heart for any other player on the floor. I need that to die because I watched all of them love each other for 4 days straight, except for Skylar Diggins, who kind of showed like I kind of all right. I'll be a little cool today with y'all.
Right,
Who I love that Skylar Diggins for her entire career says I don't like y'all.
right,
I don't like nobody but anybody that I play with, and some of y'all I don't like either.
right.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, man, that looked like a blast. They looked
Oh,
like they was having a ball.
stud buds.
Yeah, that duo was crazy. They wildin'. They wildin'.
They
I mean,
they were
when I
dead.
first heard that, I was like, they can say that. All right.
Oh, let me tell you that they're about to reach another stratosphere in popularity, and they're going to get shut down very fast
Yeah,
because both of them are very unfiltered.
yeah,
Courtney Williams is super wild.
yeah. She's funny. She remind me.
Oh, she's
She
real.
remind me of like somebody we would kick it.
Oh,
We would kick it with back at the crib.
oh, for
Say
sure.
some wild shit.
Courtney. I need Courtney Williams in the session every time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Back
yeah.
in the
For
day,
sure.
oh, but no, I need Courtney Williams. I need Courtney Williams in the Reggie Day sessions
I need a
so we can really laugh.
yeah, yeah. I need Courtney Williams and Natasha Cloud in the session at the same
Oh,
time.
definitely.
Yeah,
And so just to make it real funny, bring Natasha Heidemann and Angel Reese too,
yeah.
just so I can watch Natasha Heidemann chase Angel Reese around all night. Like I need. Yo, there's a video online. Like there's so many videos that are clipped up of her following Angel around or like just being around Angel. And there's a video where she's like you see her spot Angel and she about to make a move and go over there and uh and Dejanay Carrington grabs her by her collar like yeah, get back over here. Chill out. And that was the funniest thing I've ever seen, yo. I've never really seen a woman in that role. That's usually a role reserved for guys in the club. And I
Right.
that was the first time I ever really seen a woman in that role, and that was the funniest thing I ever seen.
That's funny. Um. So yeah, second half of the season starts on Tuesday. Um. I will say this, man. I gave y'all some sauce. About a month ago, month and a half ago. I told y'all Phoenix looked really good. I told y'all I was gonna put a futures bet down on Phoenix to win the championship. That was at plus 2100 when I put it down. $25 to win 500. It now currently sits at plus 500.
Mm,
Okay, the odds are all the way down. I love Phoenix to make a run this year. I will say I don't love it as much when the Liberty get healthy.
hmm
John Quell being gone is huge for that team. It's actually crazy
Yeah,
how much of a difference it makes.
and they're still kicking tail.
They I was gonna say it took them a little bit to adjust, but they ended the break on a high note. So real high profile game right off the back on Tuesday. We get Indy versus the Liberty again.
Yep.
Hopefully Caitlin's healthy enough, took some time off to maybe play. We don't know yet. But either way, I expect Indy to remember they just got waxed by New York right before the break. So I would assume they come out the break with a little bit of intensity and maybe not lose by a dub. Probably still catch a L without Caitlin, but maybe not lose by a
Um,
dub
I have a take for Indiana. If I were them, I might sit. I would just shut her down. Like if even if they go on a run and they right now they're like the seventh seed, and it's like a tie between them, Vegas, and Washington. They all got like the same record, I think. Or maybe it's not Washington. Maybe it's Atlanta. One of those teams. I think it's Washington.
Atlanta sounds like they might. I feel like they have a better record.
Yeah, I think it's Washington. So I think Washington, Vegas, and um, Indiana all have the same record, and so they're 7, 8, and 9, and only 7 and 8 are getting in. Um, I feel like even if Indiana goes on a run, they're maxing out at the 6th seed at this point. Well, there's not enough games left, and they're not winning a championship, in my opinion. So I feel like I would sit her, let her get healthy, let her get healthy, let her come back strong, healthy, ready to go. And we retooled a little bit. We added some more. We took out what we don't like on the roster. We added something that we did that we want, and now we're ready to go to like legit compete. I just feel like there's no point to play her unless you're just trying to sell tickets, and it's like, dude, does it? I mean, you sell tickets regardless. So
Um, I don't think what you're suggesting is a bad idea. I don't think it works in the dub in a few senses. Like one, there's players who came to that team who were sold coming on the prospect of competing for a championship. Whether or not that's getting in as the 1 seed or the 8 seed, you know, in and is competing. You got a shot, right? Um, I'm speaking specifically to like not I mean, yeah, a little bit Sophie Cunningham, but more Natasha Howard, right? Like how many more ticks does she got on her career clock? So uh it's tough to talk it's tough to have that conversation with players on the roster that just came for that.
um,
And then on top of that, like telling Caitlyn that she's shutting down is tough. I mean, like she don't. I be wondering if she don't get healed correctly because she be in practice moving too much. Like sit your ass down and get healthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the competitiveness, the amount of games they play, not being that many. Um, I think just the pressure of being who she is, I don't know if that I don't see that happening. Again, not saying that's a bad
I,
idea.
I
I just don't
understand,
see it
but at
happening.
the end of the day, they are the franchise and they are in charge. And if they say you're not playing, like she'd have to accept it. And like I just think that'd be the smarter thing for her and for them. Like at this point, they are who they are, and even with her healthy, they're not a championship team. Like there's no, like we don't have to beat around the bush about that. They're not a championship team. Their second best player is way too inconsistent, far too often, and I just don't see it.
I
Uh,
think again, the way the dub works, I if it's the NBA where we're running 7-game series, for sure. But this is the dub where it's a 3-game series.
it's not true anymore. They changed that.
It's different this year.
It's I'm pretty sure it's five, and then I'm pretty sure it's seven in the final.
7, it should be 7 all the time. But
I think at minimum I think they're playing. I think maybe the first I think the first round is still one game.
let me look this up
I,
cuz
I'm pretty sure.
that's the
I'm pretty sure
that's
they
the
moved
part
into 5 games. I thought I read.
that's the part that really makes the WNBA like a 3-game series, man. I don't think that can accurately depict who's the best team. So that leads to more upsets and shit, you know what I'm saying? Uh WNBA playoff format. Okay, so the first time ever, the WNBA finals will be a best of 7 series following 2-2-1-1-1 just like the NBA. But that's all it says is for the finals.
Okay, I knew they changed something in the playoffs. Well, I think the thing that they were saying is they needed to expand it because in a 3 game series, the lower seed doesn't even they only get one home game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and even then, it's like if the lower seed sneaks the game out in the beginning, then they get a home game at home to close it out. It's like I don't think that accurately. That 3 game
Yeah,
best
but
of 3 is bullshit.
look at who they would have to play if they do that. I don't
I
think.
don't care. 2 out of 3. Yeah, nah, bro. First round is best of 3 still. It goes best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. I don't. I think you still gotta fight if you can, man.
I,
And I think they will with that idea of being able to.
I just don't see a world where they're going to be the seventh or the eighth seed, so they're going to have to play
That's fine. They've beat all the best. They've beat
four
all
home
the
games.
best teams in the league before.
I don't see it. I think I would just let my great player get healed up and we ready to go. Hey Natasha, I know, just ride it out. If you want to sit out some games this year so you can get ready, so you can be rested next year, and just let Aaliyah Boston get a little confident. Let it be her team for a little bit, like so she can. I just feel like she's just so inconsistent, and I feel like part of it is she went from the big dog to a you got to move out of the way for the big dog.
She was eating more. She eats more when Caitlyn plays.
No, I'm not saying I'm not. This isn't anything to do with Caitlyn out terms of I'm talking not on the court. I'm talking about mental wise. She she went from she's like it's her team to it's not her team anymore, and I think that does change things for a player. I feel like that's one of Enrique's biggest things. Like it's bruh, it's not your team no more. It's not your team. It's her team, and I feel like she part of her struggle is she's struggling with that, and I feel like that gets overlooked in players.
I would see that if she struggled with her on the floor, but she doesn't. She prospers with her on the floor.
But
Like
I don't.
Enrique struggles when Paige is on the floor.
I
Enrique's been struggling the entire year.
I
Aaliyah
understand,
struggles when Caitlin's not on the floor.
but she also is inconsistent with her on the floor as well.
I would argue that if we went and we looked up the stats and we totaled the stats with and without Caitlyn, I think Aaliyah's stats with Caitlyn are significantly better than
Obviously, her
without.
numbers are gonna be obviously her numbers are going to be better. She's going to be
So
better
what
with
are
the better
so what are we,
player.
so what are we talking about?
I'm saying that she's inconsistent, and I think part of her inconsistency is just her confidence.
Right, it has nothing to do with Caitlyn though. Like you're trying to bring Caitlyn into this and say she's inconsistent because
No,
she's not
I
the
was
top
that
dog on
wasn't
the
a shot
team
at.
any
You're
she's
making it
not
like
the
shooting
she's
at
not
Kate.
the
I wasn't
she's
shooting at
not the
Caitlyn at
top
all.
dog on the team anymore, so that
I
affects
wasn't shooting
her.
at Caitlyn at
But
all.
it's
I'm
like
talking about the attention
it's not
that
affecting her
comes.
because she plays better with her on the floor. So
I
again, the
wasn't
Enrique
that wasn't
comparison with Paige was
that
great
that wasn't
because
a dig at Caitlyn
Enrique
or anything
doesn't
about
play
Caitlyn.
well with Paige on the floor at all. She hasn't played well all year, actually, since the injection of Paige. So that makes a lot of sense to what you're saying, but what you're saying, it's not lining up.
I'm n- that wasn't a shot at Caitlyn or
I'm
anything
not
about Caitlyn.
I don't care if it was. Well, I'm just saying what you're saying doesn't line it's not lining up.
I watched Aaliyah Boston play before Caitlyn Clark got there, and she was much more of an aggressive
She
player.
had one 20-point game her rookie year.
I understand that. I'm talking
She's
her being
had multiple 20-point games since Caitlin's been there.
I understand that. But she was just more aggressive to me. When I watched her play, she just looked more aggressive on the floor in terms of her physicality and how
For
she
sure.
played. I'm not talking about her aggressiveness in terms of her shooting. Like I'm talking about she was just I don't know. She was just a different player in my opinion.
For sure. Uh DeAndre, Eagles weak as hell. Uh Britton, I want to know what you're trying to say, but you see the little blocks they like popped up, so I can't tell what is in between there, but Aaliyah Boston might be planned better than so I'm assuming that means playing. Aaliyah Boston might be playing better than Caitlin Clark, maybe that's what the boxes are supposed to say. Due to her injuries, Clark out 9 games. Yeah. We get that. We understand that. I guess we were just talking about like the effect, right, of Caitlin Clark being on the team. That's what we were just talking about right there. Specifically relative to Aaliyah Boston and her performance. So but besides the fever, and beside obviously the Liberty with John Quell, look like we said we talked about that. Talked about Phoenix. Atlanta could be a sleeper team, but Ryan being out for a while, that's tough. That's tough
What do
for
you
him.
what do you the Aces have to do something at the deadline. They have to make a couple of moves.
They gotta blow it up, is what they gotta do.
I don't really think they have to blow it up. I think you don't trade Jackie. I think you don't trade obviously you don't trade Asia. I think I personally think you just go get Enrique and try to go get Mabry, and I think you try to see if the three of them can recreate the magic that they had in college, added with Asia and Gustafson, who I kind of like. I hate to say this because she's from Cedar Rapids. They have to not play Kia Stokes. She's they can't play Kia Stokes.
Mm,
She's she's not she's a liability on both ends of the floor. She doesn't score. She doesn't play defense. She's just there. So it's like they have to stop playing her, in my opinion.
mm. Yeah, I think the Aces are just I think they're cooked. I'm down with the Mabry move. I'm not down with the Enrique move, just because they already have Jewel Lloyd there, and those.
I think obviously you have to unload Jewel Lloyd.
I was gonna say those are the two biggest cliff fall offs of the
Yeah,
WNBA this
yeah,
year.
you have to unload
And
Jewel Lloyd, and I'm not sure how WNBA contracts work. I'm not sure if they I'm not sure if they do buyouts because I'm sure Jewel Lloyd won't want to spend the rest of her season rotting in Dallas if that were to happen because that's probably where she would end up.
I doubt the WNBA does buyouts.
Buyouts.
They be waving the heck out these girls.
That's true. That's true. And it's like, well, even then, if she gets waived, then she could just go somewhere else.
Right.
Like,
I don't know. Like I said, Enrique, before I view Enrique as a valuable asset to anyone being a serious title contender, I got to see you do it on a doo-doo team with all the opportunities in the world first. Like, you
that,
got all the opportunities in the world, girl, to like go crazy, and you're not even going crazy when you got the volume. Your volume's going to go down in Vegas, especially if they bring in Mabry too, because you got
yeah,
Jackie in Asia. So now you're telling me you want her to be efficient, and it's like Arike ain't never been efficient.
that,
I don't
that's
I
true.
don't know.
But I just feel like first of all, Dallas is kind of poorly run,
Fair.
which is why they lose all their players. I feel like there's no structure there. It's kind of a shitty organization, and so it's like this is a shitty organization. I'm no longer the star. You let we were a Final Four team 2 years ago. We didn't have the chance to even recreate that last year because Satu missed the first half of the season. So we were terrible and tanked out. Y'all traded Satu. Um, y'all kind of blew up the roster, and like the only people that we kept were like role players that are like okay. And then we brought in Paige, and then we brought in Alyssa and Nye, and like I said, that was the best move that they could do. I don't think they can be in the locker room together. I don't think they could be in the locker room together. I think that was a mistake. So it's like I think she's checked out in terms of that. I feel like she's engaged. Um, so I feel like she's just like mentally she's stretched thin in a bunch of different ways. Like I'm focusing on a lot of shit, and then I'm coming out here and I know we're not about to win anyway. So I'm finna let this bitch fly, and if it go in, it go in. If it don't, it don't. I always been that type of player anyway. Now it's even worse because we have no chance to win. I don't know. I feel like you give her some structure, a team that's not poorly run. I feel like she plays a little different, and I just feel like Becky Hammonds and Asia aren't really going for that.
I feel like Asia would just tell her, "Give me the ball every time," and then Enrique would get mad and start chugging, and then Asia would get mad, and then they'd just be mad at each
Well,
other.
hey, that's the beauty of this. Enrique's in a contract year. That's the beauty of hey, you go trade for her and see if it'll work till the end of the season. If it don't, let her fucking walk. You, you'll be in the same boat as if you just kept Jewel Lloyd in your fucking trash anyway. And then you have to figure out how to get Jewel Lloyd off in the summer while you try to figure out if you're going to blow it up or
I'm
rebuild.
waving Jewel Lloyd. Bye. Wave Jewel. Their best hope is probably wave Jewel Lloyd, wave Chelsea Gray, look into free agency.
That's
I
true.
don't know who is in free agency coming
That
up, but
that's true. But just how you just said, it's going to be hard to tell Caitlyn and them not to try to compete. It's going to be hard to tell Asia Wilson,
it
hey,
will
probably
be.
not going to miss. We're probably going to miss the playoffs this year. So you can't have that stance for Indiana and then say the same thing for the best player in the league.
Right, but the best player in the league has multiple years left. Natasha Howard got like one.
That's that.
Like Asia Wilson gonna be able to compete for a championship
Yeah,
every year she's in the
but
league.
the main point was you saying it's
My
going to be
main point was
Caitlyn.
that Indiana brought free agents in on the premise
Your
that we're
first point was it's
competing.
going to be hard to tell Caitlyn not to compete.
That was the second point. That was the
Right.
second point. The first point was Indiana brought free agents in on the premise of, hey, we're winning a ship. this year, or we're competing this year. So it's hard to tell those players, never mind. Asia been there. She wasn't brought in,
I
and
understand.
she's going to be able to compete every year she's in.
But
So like,
Asia also Asia also after this year is a free agent. After next season is a free agent as well.
I agree.
And do you want to risk her saying, "All right, man, y'all ain't got y'all shit together these last 2 years. I'm out." I don't really. I don't think.
That's
I think I'm trying to do everything I can
so
before.
you gonna risk selling the farm for some shit you don't know is gonna work, and then you could lose her, and then you could lose her anyways,
How would you be selling
and
the
then you
farm?
could lose her anyways.
Why would you be selling the farm? I don't think Enrique's trade values. I don't think they're gonna have to give up no picks
I don't think you're getting Enrique and Mabry together on Vegas without some crazy shit.
for
You can't. That's not happening without giving up.
the cap. The cap is 1.6 mil. Asia's the only one making any money.
You. That's not happening without giving up Nye for sure. I mean, I'm asking if I'm Connecticut, I'm not giving up Mabry without asking for Jackie. I mean, obviously Vegas gonna say no, but like what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? We're not just gonna give them to you because y'all want them for peanuts.
I understand that, but it's like they're not. They'll only have to give up a lot for her. I don't feel like they would have to give up a lot for Enrique. I feel like Enrique's trade value is very low.
I would rather spend the trade assets to get Mabry by herself than more assets and pair and try to get Enrique. Like I'll give up Nye and Gustafson, or Nye and Stokes in a pick for
Nye
Mabry.
plays for Dallas.
Huh?
Nye plays for Dallas. Or you mean
Oh,
Alyssa?
they traded her for Nalissa, huh?
Yeah, they traded Alyssa to Vegas.
I'm
Nice.
saying, where's the she was the shooter coming off the bench for Vegas? She's a rookie, I think. She's nice.
I thought you were talking about like Nye, like you talking about what the
I
fuck
think
is
it's
her?
like Aaliyah Nye or some.
I thought you were talking about like Dejani Carrington because they call her Nye as well. That
Uh-uh.
I was like, wait, what? She plays for Dallas.
Aaliyah Nye.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
she's nice.
Yeah.
I'll give you her, and like I said, Stokes or Gustafson, and maybe a pick or whatever for Mabry. Yeah, I'll run that. But I don't think you can bring Mabry and Enrique in.
I'm just saying.
Mabry,
I don't think you have to. I think you only have to give up a lot of assets for one of them. I think you could get Enrique
right?
cheap. I think you might be able to get Enrique on a swap for Jewel Lloyd, and they call it what it is. If you can swap her out for Jewel Lloyd,
It's the same.
I,
It's
I
the
just
same to me.
I don't feel like it's the same
It's the
if
s-
you bring in
it's
Mabry.
the same with less shot IQ. Like because Enrique be shooting turnaround, twisty fadeaways, and it's like, all right,
I
like
just I believe in what the Knicks did in getting players who were successful in college together, and I just feel like with the best player in the league, and you have three players who have shown that they can win at a high level together, I feel like I would at least have to try it. I feel like you're shooting it down like it's a bad idea to even try. I just feel like it's not a bad idea to try.
I do, just because of how Enrique plays and how Asia plays. You're asking one of them two to take a sacrifice, and it ain't gonna be Asia.
Well,
And I just don't think Enrique is gonna be down for that. Like
I feel like if
Mabry to me is
you get
a
traded to the Aces, you get traded to the team with Asia Wilson. I feel like it's common sense that you're gonna have to take a back seat.
correct, correct. Mabry to me is a better off the ball backseat player than Enrique, and that is getting proved currently with Page taking all of Enrique's ball and Enrique playing terrible, and Tina taking all the ball in Connecticut, and Mabry's still playing good. I don't and Tina literally plays the same way Asia does. And look how Mabry's doing. Like I don't think it fits,
I
man.
also think Paige is a guard. Asia's not a guard.
Right, but
Asia's not bringing the ball up the floor.
her usage is similar to that of a guard's.
I understand.
The ball goes through her.
I understand. I feel like Enrique just want to bring the ball up, and then we can go. I've seen her be successful with other guards before. So, like I've seen her be successful in the W with Marina Mabry. And another player who also takes a lot of shots. I've seen her be successful with Satu, who also takes a lot of shots. I've seen it
None
before.
of them are Asia.
I
And
understand that.
and I don't like successful, like she got her numbers. Yeah, but like the team was winning? No.
They were they were a Final Four team in the league.
You talking about Dallas and Satu?
Yes.
That was
That
not
was
last year because they
I,
got the number one pick,
I
right?
understand. I said the year before that. I said the year before that they were a Final Four team.
You
The
didn't
year before,
specify the year, but thank you. The year before that, they were Final 14.
yes, they
Okay.
lost.
It's Satu Asia.
I'm not. I didn't say that.
I,
I
I'm
said
I,
she
I'm not
shoots.
saying you did. I was just asking.
Obviously, I don't think that. Do you think I'm an idiot? Like, what are we talking?
So I don't think they're similar, bro. I don't think we can
I'm
call
talking. I'm talking. You're talking about usage on the floor. She shoots a lot of
exactly.
shots.
Did Enrique shoot more shots or did Satu shoot more shots? Who was the killer?
I would have to look who shoots more shots.
It was Enrique. It was Enrique.
It's like
So
Satu
so then so
still
but
shoots a
now we're
lot of
putting
shots.
Enrique in the number 2 spot, which we've seen right now she can't handle that.
I don't
All
know.
the evidence we've seen of Enrique in the number 2 spot, we've seen she can't handle that.
We've seen her do
We've
that
seen
one time
Mabry
to win
handle
fully.
1, 2, 3.
I understand. I just feel like you just have to try it. It's better than just
Respect.
giving up and not doing anything. Because what are they going to do? What else are they going to do?
The Mabry move. I love the Mabry move that you suggested. The Mabry move that you suggested, I think is great.
And I don't think just Mabry makes them a contender again. I think you have to at least try the prospect of another great player with another great role player on the team. Mabry is a great role player, and
Yes.
Enrique is having a bad year. I'm not going to let people, because she's having a bad season, act like she's just a terrible player and not a star player, because she is that.
So you're telling me that if you take Enrique and you swap her with Jewel Lloyd, it's not the same production?
No, I think she's better. I think she's a better player than Jewel Lloyd at this point
I'm
in
not.
her career.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. That's not
So
what
I
I asked.
yeah, so yes, because she's a better
I
player.
asked if you swap Enrique with Jewel Lloyd
And my
in the
answer is
same in the
a better
roles that
player
they
than both of them.
have,
So
you think you're getting better production from Enrique. You think you're getting more efficiency from Enrique because
I
Jewel don't get a lot of
think,
shots either.
I think you're getting better production for your team than you are with Jewel Lloyd. That's what I think. That's you asked me the question. I think they're a better
How
team
though? Like
because she's the
they're
better
both
player.
inefficient.
She's the better player than Jewel Lloyd. So I think their
This
team
is
is better.
okay.
I
Respect.
don't have to. I'm not a numbers nigga like you. I don't need to see the numbers for me to think. I've watched them play basketball.
I have no
I think
numbers I have no numbers in front of me, Greg. I
you
am
keep
literally
saying
speaking off of
you brought up efficient.
I'm
I didn't bring
literally speaking off of what I have watched, and
you said you did.
I've never seen Enrique be an efficient player, and
Efficiency is a numbers based
I
stat.
don't think
So you
bringing
are saying
her
numbers. I'm not talking
onto a
about.
team where
I think
she's
she's a
going to
better player
be
than Jewel
at
Lloyd.
best the third option is a place where she can um
You're choosing not.
accurately show her skills and contribute to the team.
I'm not
When
arguing
has
with your
Enrique ever
argument.
been the third option?
You're not even. I'm not arguing with your arguing. You're just arguing with me to argue
No, I'm not. We're talking about the same thing. We're
because I
talking
haven't.
about Enrique. I don't think I all I said was I disagree with the Enrique thing.
I
I agree with
understand.
the Mabry
You asked
thing.
me a question, and I said I think there'll be a better player, a better team, and you said why, and I said because she's a better player.
I agree that she's a better
And
player,
so that was my
but
answer. And then you said their efficiency is the same. I didn't bring up efficiency. What is that? I think she's a better player, so they'll be a better team.
okay.
I don't understand.
I'm saying okay now because I apparently if one is less efficient, it doesn't mean the same because one's better. Like
Yo, efficiency doesn't always win anything. Kevin Durant is super
you
efficient
can
because he
be
has a
you
20
can be
every year.
better. You can be better. You can be better and be less efficient. I mean, Kobe was that for a lot of years.
Efficiency doesn't breed winning.
Exactly. That's what I just said. That's what I just said.
What is the
So
argument for her not being efficient? I don't care about her being efficient or not.
because right now in the same exact role, if you're putting her in the same exact role that Jewel is, right? And I don't think that Jewel and her are too far off of their shot profiles and what they do on the court, except for that Enrique's never been a third option. And it's you're literally swapping a player for a player. I don't think it's gonna work. Sure, Enrique's the better player. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with that. But their player profile, what they do on the court, it's the same to me.
That her inefficiency. I don't really care about that. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Respect.
Doesn't
Respect.
win. Kevin Durant's the most efficient player in the league, and he hasn't won anything in almost a decade now. And that efficiency, him being efficient and selective with his shot, is why he doesn't have 60-point games or 70.
Respect. I don't
Because
know what Durant has to do with Enrique and Mabry and them, but respect.
I'm just bringing up example of efficiency not meaning anything.
Okay. So you all right.
You keep saying efficiency.
You brought up somebody who doesn't win in a conversation that you're trying to talk to me to convince me to bring to somebody that to win. What are we like this doesn't even like portray pertain to what we're talking about. Like
Yes, it does.
you're telling me
You
Kevin
keep
Durant
saying
doesn't win. You're
you.
telling me Kevin
Are you going
Durant
to let
doesn't
me talk, or you can't talk and listen at the
you're,
same time?
you're telling me Kevin Durant doesn't win but our whole goal is to try to get the Aces to win. So
I'm
why are
talking
you telling me about that? Like, you
because
know what I'm
you
saying?
keep
Like
telling me about
that's
because
why we
you
should
are
keep
you
it
gonna
on
let me talk, or are you
track.
just gonna keep
That's
cutting me off?
that's why we should keep it on track with Mabry
Are you gonna let me talk, or are you
and
gonna keep cutting me off? What are you talking about?
and
You
and
asked why I
Jewel
brought Kevin Durant
Loydman.
into the conversation. I brought Kevin Durant as a direct example of efficiency doesn't always win. So why do you keep talking to me about efficiency? Is what I'm saying.
And then I said that you're talking to me about you told me about efficiency doesn't win. Why are you even talking to me about that then? Because we're talking about a team that we're trying to make them win. So why are you bringing up a player that doesn't win?
Because you keep saying efficiency. You keep saying they wouldn't win because she's not efficient.
They're the same player. Neither of them are efficient.
I,
Neither of them have
and I'm saying
won.
that doesn't matter.
Okay. I've tried to end this conversation like 4 times by saying okay and try to move on and say respect, but we like keep digging into this.
Well, first of all, because it's like you're like dismissing what I'm saying,
No,
I'm
I'm
an
not,
idiot.
Greg. I've said okay and respect multiple
Okay,
times.
for sure, for sure.
Like I just don't think you like my. I even gave you credit. I even said Mabry
I don't
was a good idea,
I don't need you to give me
and then
credit. I don't need you to agree with me.
and then you got see. You're mad that I disagree with you.
I don't.
You're
Literally not
very
mad.
mad that I disagree with you. I gave you credit. I said
I don't
Mabry's
need
a
you
good
to agree,
idea.
or I don't need. That doesn't matter to me.
All right, cool. We're gonna end the stream, y'all. This shit got out of hand.
For sure.